Hi friends, Pastor Sarah Ritchie here. It is, let me see, June the 9th. It is a Tuesday, and I'm coming at you from my backyard, but I am the minister of First Christian Church in San Bernardino, California, and proud to call that my faith community. So today, I've been thinking a lot about joy. I know. People would say, what are you feeling joyful about? I mean, my gosh, we have the coronavirus. We have unemployment and people who are mourning the loss of loved ones. We have the unrest that's been occurring in our country because of the death of George Floyd and the ongoing protests and discussions about justice and police brutality, in particular toward men of color, but people of color, and that inequality between people of color and white people, and that it needs to change. Okay, so we have these things going on, swirling, and it feels like a tea kettle that has been left on the stove, and you can hear the whistle blowing, and the water is hot, and you better be careful because the whole thing could explode. And yet, I come to you speaking of joy. I think a good psalm to read on your own is Psalm 149. That is a psalm about singing and dancing and rejoicing. So why am I rejoicing despite the fact that they're laying George Floyd to rest today and so many difficult things are happening in our midst? Well, it's because I have such deep and abiding hope, and because I feel such glory in the presence of God, especially in the out of doors. It is a beautiful place to be with God, to share in God's good creation. I think of how we adults, we tend to hold back our joy. A kid I knew once said to me, "How come you adults always look so grumpy?" And I had to pause, and I thought, well, I know why we look so grumpy, because, life, it kind of weighs us down after a while, and we feel sort of tired and overwhelmed. We should be more like children who rejoice and dance, jump and sing. They are not one bit bothered by the concerns of this world right now because they're children. And perhaps we need to be more like them. I would say to you that God has designed us to rejoice, even in the face of deep and abiding sadness and difficulty. Rejoice, I say, again rejoice, as the scripture says. Anyway, so as the sun is going down in this late afternoon on a beautiful, sunny Southern California day, I wish to say to you, feel joy within your hearts. Remember that song, I've got that joy, 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 joy down in my heart. Where? Okay, so much love and peace to you. Know that God is with us. May you be healthy and well. May you allow God's Spirit to just fill you up with joy, even in the midst of difficult days. And it'll be good to see you tomorrow. Take care now. Bye-bye.